Hi everyone, it's 24th of May, it's a nice evening, it's been red hot for a few days now, so I've come late on because I'm going to put my peas in and a few other bits as well. So I thought I'd let the sun go down because I don't want to be doing well, it's a million degrees. So this is probably my third sowing of peas because it's been hard work. All my other seeds were off DT Browns. I'm not saying it's their seeds, but I didn't really have much problem with other brands apart from theirs, to be honest. So it might just be a bad batch they've had. I don't know if anyone else had problems with the DT Browns Hurst Green shaft, then it could be a bad batch, I don't know. But I get other seeds off them as well and they've been fine. So we'll get on. Basically I've just soaked them because they're in gutters. Hopefully they'll slide out. Doesn't always happen like that, but it's just a case of making a little trough deep enough to take them. I'm not going to go mega deep because the roots will spread out. And I could just brush this soil back up to them again. I don't know how much time I've got left with the light, but it's about 8 o'clock at night, so I've got quite a bit to do. I won't be doing anything in the garden when I go home, so I'll probably do that another day and add it to this video. Right, so I'll get on sowing these. Fingers crossed they'll come out in one, hopefully. Like so. So that's that first row. Then just brush the soil up to them. Hopefully they'll get left alone because my other peas that I sowed I've had a bit of battering over the last few weeks, but I think it's just pigeons having a do. If I've got a chance I'll try and put a net up over these till they grab hold. And give them a water. It's pretty much as simple as that. It's up to Mother Nature now. So I'll get on and do these other ones and then we'll get on with some other jobs. Alright, it's time to get on with the next job, which is the French climbing beans, which is cobra. I'm going to try and see if I can get them in with using my dibber. I might have to resort to the trowel, I'll see how it goes. I'm not going to plant all these because half these are for my brother-in-law. So just root trainers, try and get them out. He says, well, he fights through the foliage. So I kind of go through and pick the ones that have got a little bit more growth on because my brother's not quite ready for them yet. So we'll try it with dibber and see how we go. So canes are angled inwards. They're about 8 inches apart, and then they're about 2 foot apart. But they're going to obviously be a bit close together because I'm going to plant them on the inside because I want them to maybe with this, you could really do with them at more of an angle. These are 7-foot canes, I think. Could do with 8s, but I ain't got any. So see how far we need to push it in roughly. I have a cable tie on my dibber so I can kind of slide it down to roughly where I need it. Yeah, we're about there. Put a little mark on it there. And then see how we go using the dibber. Quite crumbly on top, so chances are the hole will fill back in. We'll see how we're going with that. And then case of opening these out, and they should have some decent roots on. Yeah, they're not too bad. I don't know if my dibber's going to be deep. Well, yeah, it seems to snuggle in there quite nicely. That's one. We'll get on with the rest of these. It shouldn't take long, hopefully. Yeah, the variety's Cobra. So usually I'd wait until into June, but we're almost there. We don't have any cold snaps because it'll make them sulk. The problem I do have is getting them to grab on, so as long as we've not got any high winds, hopefully they'll follow the sun and do the usual anti-clockwise. We'll carry on with these, get them watered, and then get on with the next job. Right, next up, I'm going to get this Sweetcorn out because it's absolutely starving. Things are yellowing off, looking a bit pale looking. They've been in these pots because I actually sold them in these pots, so they've been in there. I can't remember when I sold them now, it's a while ago. Probably about 6 weeks ago, 5-6 weeks ago. So they're desperate to go out. You should have plenty of roots on. Yeah, getting a bit root bound. So they are definitely more than ready to go out. Variety is Swift, which is an F1, which I've done the last couple of years. So these are cane caps. They basically mark out the grid of where I'm going to plant them. In between each one, I've actually dibbed a hole in between, and I've sown some dwarf French beans. Variety of them is Ferrari. If they germinate, I don't know. I just thought I'll bung them in. If not, I can fill it with lettuce. It's a shame to waste this space. You know, you can interplant with things as long as they're not really hungry plants. Obviously, the nitrogen from the roots of these is good for the corn as well. It helps green it all up because at the end of the day, it is a member of the grass family. So it's pretty straightforward. It's like, you know, they're 12 inches apart. You know, sometimes I like to do them 12 by 15, but I'm just going to go with 12 by 12 this year. So I think there's 25 here, so there's plenty enough. Let's get to pull a cap out, get your pot. It's quite firm, this bed, but it breaks up nice and easy. So the roots won't have any problem because they are really big rooters. You know, they get a right good old, you know, because they do get fairly tall. Okay, so popping that out. Because when I came down a few days ago, just to set these out, I gave this bed a good watering. So it looks dry on top, but it's not underneath, it's pretty wet. Now, it needs good firm ground. You can bury it slightly deeper than it is in the tray or in the pot. I've been better off bringing my bulb planter really, but it was a bit of a last minute plan coming down tonight. Why you plant them in a block, it's just to help pollination. Some people have done absolutely fine having just a few plants just sown in a line or one on its own. Just have to watch some varieties suggest that don't grow and a different variety too close by. So you obviously have to look at neighbouring plots if anyone's got any ideas of what they're planting. But there's not so many of us that grow corn on here. It tends to do okay. It does do better in my garden, but I thought I've got the space here, so and it only needs regular watering, and it tends to rain plenty here, so that shouldn't be too much of an issue. It's just while the cobs are forming, just got to make sure it's well watered. You know, you can stagger plant them as well if you wish. You know, which is okay if you've not got a great deal of space. You know, to stagger plant them. You know, so you can get them a bit close together because the 12-inch across the diagonals there doesn't take up quite as much room. But it just seems a shame to waste this sort of space here because it's a vertical plant, so you can grow a ground dwelling plant, you know, that doesn't mind a bit of shade, which is like lettuce really. Lettuce does not like full beaming hot sun. Some varieties, you know, which are slow to bolt, are a good one. I mean, I find Mazio's good for not bolting. Labelling. But we'll just have to see how it goes. Some years it does okay, some years it doesn't. You just don't want lots of high winds with corn, it tends to mess up the pollination a bit. You know, when the tassels are on the top, you can hand pollinate. You know, just knock the tassels about, brush your hands on it, and then brush it on the tassels on the cobs. It all helps. Aphids do tend to like them. Sometimes just keep an eye out for them. Earwigs, that living in them. But it's like every plant becomes a home for something, both good and bad. But it's a fairly hungry plant. You know, so it does pay to put a little bit of feed in. You know, manure it a bit the year before, just put some compost on the bed, just all helps. And these raised beds are pretty alright food wise, to be honest. I don't do much to them, I just add a bit each year. You know, I might put a bit of grow more blood fish and bone early on in the season, just rake it in. But considering the main bulk in these beds is actually hay and straw that makes them, it's they're pretty good. And I wish I brought my pad because this is killing my knees. But we shall crack on before we lose a light, and then we'll have a look around at how everything else is getting on. Right, so I'll get on with these. I shall see you in a bit. Right, that's all, job's done, apart from I need to try and put a net up somehow around my peas if I get a chance. So I'll have a quick look round, and start off with blueberries. They're doing okay. Just waiting for all these to to drop off, and then I know they've all been pollinated and I can close the door so Mr. Blackbird doesn't get his fair share. So yep, they're all okay. This one is doing as I wanted it to. I give it a right heavy pruning, and it's starting to send out shoots from the middle. So I'm hoping these two will grow and I can prune that one out next year, and then might chop the top off this one a bit, try and keep it a bit shorter. Even if it ends up a small bush again, I'm not worried about that, because I've 6 bushes to go at. So they all need to be sort of pruned and trained. You just do it bit by bit each year. Take some old wood and just leave enough to give yourself some fruit. They usually seem to do okay, especially these 2 front ones. I can't remember the varieties. I've got the label somewhere. But there's 3 different varieties. These are basically like a low bush for like pots really. These are high bushes, these 2. I know one's called Blue Crop, can't remember which one. So yep, they're all doing okay. Hopefully about another 5 weeks the glut of blueberries will start. I'll come out to the raspberries, which I think aren't doing so well, to be honest. The landowner's dog had been on and snapped that one down there, so it might have some shoots underneath, I don't know, but they just don't seem to do very well here. So they don't do very well. Either sack raspberries off altogether, or I'll just grow some at home. They're probably better at home because they're outside. I can pick them more regular rather than the wasps getting them. So I might move them and make these strawberry beds, these 2. Which I've got strawberries over here. They're all doing okay. The peas, they've been hammered, by stuff, but they're picking up. These have been pecked at, obviously. As long as they don't die, they'll shoot again. But I mean, I've got some spare peas. The patchy germination ones, I can fill in the gaps. Just for a bit of a crop of peas. Really. It's a 10-foot net, so I can get quite a bit off that. These strawberries are looking fairly perky, considering I was sort of giving up with them. So, but I'll see how they go. I'll keep them watered and fed. Maybe get a few strawberries off them. They're starting to chuck out some runners already, which I need to find a variety that doesn't send out runners too much, because that's one thing I hate doing, is picking runners off. Spuds, they're coming through finally. There's the odd patch still to come through before I want to hill them up. We've had nice weather. The rains are due, a little bit of rain tomorrow, but with the heat and everything comes blight, so we'll see how we go. Sarpole mirrors are a bit slow. They were my own from last year then, so see how they go. All in all, most of them have come up, so I'll give them probably about another week, and then I can knock these sides down. Once I've had a bit of rain, it'll help soften these clumps up a bit, and I can earth them up then. So that's the spuds, however many there are, 126 or something, a ridiculous amount. Asparagus, I weeded out the other day, and I've got one. I had another one that started coming up, but that seems to have been sheared off. So I might scrap that and not do asparagus. So it's not something I grow for me, really. Well, I didn't initially grow it for me, but I don't know. That's the plan for. I'll just fill it with something this year. I don't know. I might put like courgettes in it. I don't know, because they're a big plant. So I'll probably get 6 in there, give them plenty of room, and then decide what I'm going to do with it for next year. Fill it up, and I might. It's another bed to rotate because it's 12 foot by 3 foot, so I can get could be a lettuce bed or something for some of the brassicas. I'll keep that frame around it and use it to put a net over. Any of the beetroots, most of them survived. They had a few casualties that got sheared off by leather jackets, but all in all, they're there. Lettuce, I might take a couple of them tonight. I've planted some that got dispatched by bugs, but all in all, they've been alright this year. Mesure, I had one, they got nobbled, so I found a spare mesure. I think it's a mesure anyway, and I put it in there. It might be something else, I've no idea. But they're going to get ready for picking soon. Also, the 3 rows of peas, the Hearst green shaft, And down the middle there is a row of beetroot. They were just a free pack I got sent, so I can't remember what they're called. We'll see how they go anyway. French climbing beans, the cobra, they're all in. What I've done, I've just tied a bit of string just to keep them to for now, because they should go around anti-clockwise. As soon as they get old, they're a bit slow to get started. Once they've got a wrap or two round, they're off then. So it won't be long and they'll be waving off the top. There's all Sweetcorn, Swift, and all in between, basically in between each row going down at 6-inch spacing. It's a little bit closer than what you're supposed to really, but the same raised bed you can grow a bit more intensive. There's the Ferrari dwarf French beans. Garlic was a bit slow to get going, but it's picking up now. Nothing, no casualties. So that's all good news. Cauliflower, I've had a few slugs. I've been having a go at stuff. So there's a few that are a bit behind, but they'll either catch up, you know, or they won't. Simple as that. But they're doing all right. They probably do with a bit of a water, but like I said, it's due some rain tomorrow. And weed-wise, everything's all right. To be honest, I had a bit of a weed the other day, but hopefully this hot spell's dried everything off. The main allium bed, the onions and that, they could do with getting a bit of strength behind them. They're a bit weak. The high winds will be giving them a clod about, but they should grab hold. And they need to hurry up because they're going to start bulbing probably in about another month. The Santero, so they're slowly catching up with the sets. There's the brunch shallots. You know, they're all doing okay. Spring onions, they're not be long. Probably take some of them now as tiny spring onions. I'll probably thin them out and take every other bunch. Probably start from in about 2 weeks, I think. Brassica bed, I don't know where you can see, but well, you can't see anything in there really because they're all going for it now. Plenty of broccoli in there anyway. Start taking some of them greens at the back for my tortoise. I don't need any now because I've still got some left that I bought, the last lot I bought. So I can start taking them next week. I'll start taking it. I'm just not gonna pick them. I could do, but I'll probably just take the plants and I might put something else in. I don't know yet. We'll see. We'll see on that one. But plenty of broccoli. That should be ready in about, let's see, 5 weeks. Main heads will come off them, I should imagine. These cabbages be the same, about 5 weeks. Should have the heads on that I can start taking, and the outer leaves I'll just give to tortoise. Unless if I do the old trick of cut the main head and cut across in the stalk and let it produce some mini cabbages, which I used to do because the variety of these Golden Acre, which is Primo 2, the broccoli or Calabrese's Equeals, and them greens over there. I can't remember offhand. From their Advantage or something like that. I can't remember. Labels in there, buried in there somewhere. It's on my video when I planted them all out anyway. So I think that's about it on here. So all in all, the plot's pretty much planted up. Finally, after a bit of a slow start to the year, I'm sort of getting back on track now. I was going to do some stuff at home to add to this video, but I'll make another video when I do that. It's just basically leeks, say, because the back garden's a bit of an ongoing plan thing, so I've got leeks to plant out and parsnips. I've had a right disaster with my long carrots. I had a perspex cover on to stop the snails getting in at night, and I went to work, and when I came home it was a really hot day, and it's basically cooked them all and killed them all. So my own fault, it happens. So I've resown them, so they're like 6 weeks late, so we'll just see how it goes. I say I'm going to grow them for a bit of fun really, but all in all everything's as usual. It's okay at the moment, but it's still early in the season yet. So fingers crossed, no more frosts, and then I can sort the tomatoes out. That's all in the next couple of weeks. The next couple of videos will be tomatoes getting in the final places, and things will be really starting growing. Obviously more harvesting, so I'm start harvesting now. So yeah, I'm happy so far. So take care, thanks for watching, I'll see you next time. Bye.